Welcome to TradeSetup. We'll just take a look at the ASX200 and the price action for the day and how the market played out. Also take a look at gold for this evening and probably take a quick look at oil. Okay, looking at the ASX200 on the 30-minute chart, we can see the market rallied overnight, pushed up into about that 5300 mark. And then we obviously backed off again just into the close of last night. So we opened today and pretty much headed south from there. It wasn't a bad open. We're open a bit higher. We're expecting a bit more strength today. But yeah, we sold off pretty much all day and we've headed just taken out to close just below those lows from yesterday's session. Now that could just be, we could just be retesting that daily support zone. So it'd be interesting to see how we play out here. We are oversold on the 30-minute chart. We're also oversold on the daily chart. So really to push much lower is going to be a big effort, so we're probably viewing this more as a bit of a washout, but just on a daily, so it could take some time, even a week or so, but then we are expecting a bit of a push up. So at the moment, wouldn't sell and wouldn't buy. We just need to see a bit more action play out before anything is really decisive enough. Over to gold. We've shown this a few times now. We are market's more contracting here. We are making those minor lower highs, and recently we just made one around that 1352 mark. Now we have pushed down. We did get oversold, but we just really didn't make it down that far, so that's not a bad sign for higher prices. From here we really just need to see that 1320 potentially higher. Could easily get retested because we do look like we're starting to look potentially just rolling over. When the stochastics are not in a bad spot either, could roll over, take out the lows, just wash out those lows at 1320 and then build for a move higher. Or we could just completely straight through them and down to that 1305 and retest that zone again. But my bets are on more likely I'd expect to see a higher low building sort of in this zone here, but we'll see how that plays out. Crude oil has been banging around between 40 and 50 bucks for a while now after the major sell-off earlier in the year. Now we've got an hourly chart here. We have seen that push up there to the 47.60, 48 mark, and then we just pretty much topple over, and we found the support. We've just retested that 44.74 mark, and that daily trend is actually up. So we've got that support held. We did bounce quite hard off that level overnight, and then we've just been edging lower. So that sort of contracting price action, that slow grind lower, is not too bad. I know it is the US night session, so we could easily just topple over from here, retest that, but we are in oversold, so that's a good little sign that we could easily go through or potentially trade straight up through that 46.12 level there. Now if we push up through there, the next stop will be to see how we trade at 46.53 and then right up to 47.64. So yeah, we'll just see how that plays out. Obviously it'd be interesting to see how we go tonight and see how the market takes it all and see what the US equities do. I think especially crude oil and spot gold is pretty much dependent on the US dollar. If those interest rate taken off the cards for even put on hold until later on in the year, we could see that US dollar continue lower and we may get higher prices in crude and spot gold, but we'll just see how that plays out. Anyway, speak to you again tomorrow.